Hey, welcome to episode 104. Let me move the microphone. 104. We made a podcast. Caesar, give him. Oh, Caesar wants to adjust the camera. Caesar, give him that Portugal.
104.
He almost failed. Yeah, exactly. Episode 104. We made a.
My mom said the last one was wrong. So
nice. Episode 104. We made a podcast back in the building. We made it podcast.com at We Made It Podcast on all social media. Check out Tiki Talker Podcast, their latest episode before. I don't know if it'll still be their latest episode before you hear this, but we were on there. Shout out to Canada, doing it big.
T-Dot?
Yeah. There was something I wanted to say. Oh, we're also going to be posting this video on YouTube, so you can check us out at WeMadeItPodcast.com. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can see all the videos of our episodes from like 80-something on. They're not very exciting. We're just sitting here talking. But sometimes we get up.
Last one we did.
You can always see the ceiling fan reflecting off my head in the video.
I never noticed that.
You can always see that right there. It's more prominent in your house, actually, in the other studio, huh?
I never even noticed that other studio.
Yeah, it's more prominent. Episode 104 made a podcast back in the building. Caesar, you chilling? You good?
I'm posted. Let's do it.
Caesar had a interesting day today. So, but Caesar, tell him what you're wearing, dog.
I'm over here repping Free Band Gang. Shout out Bass. Shout out Free Bands.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out FBG right here.
Yeah,
shout out Bass.
Working at Bass.
Doughboy Casino Future. Young Scooter was good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Taliban. All right. Caesar.
Kirkwood.
Caesar. Although you and I are so over this topic, Raheem Sterling has been out here going hard. He's talking more and more about racism these days. He's kind of at the forefront right now. Kinda, you know.
Who out here really riding with him?
I haven't seen them. You know, maybe somebody else is doing it, but I haven't seen them as featured as prominently as Raheem Sterling right now. But he's out here talking about it a lot. Yeah. Part of me wonders if he's trying to get them awards. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some social issues, trying to get them awards. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Only Kaepernick.
Oh, shots fired early. But yeah, I wanted to go over some things that Raheem Sterling is talking about having to do with racism and racist chanting at games. He said recently, just the other day, that he was talking to the Times. He said the racism problem in football is so bad, it runs so deep, and is nowhere near being sorted. He said that being racially abused has made him really angry and massively disappointed. And so they asked him basically they're trying to figure out, like, what does he think should happen when fans are racially abusing players. Raheem Sterling said, it sounds harsh, but which fan will risk racist behavior if it might relegate their team or ruin their title bid? He's saying that teams should be deducted 9 points when there's racist chanting.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, he said deduce 9 points from the team. Deduct, sorry. Damn. It's either on point right now.
Hey.
That was a test. But yeah, he's saying that they should deduct 9 points from teams if their fans are racially abusing players. What do you think? Actually, one of the dudes from Tiki Talker Podcast said this too.
We did. Remember? I was about to say that. I just heard this.
I can't. But like, sadly, we couldn't see who it was that said it. But like,
I think it was.
I couldn't tell.
It wasn't S.
It was Jeff. Okay.
Yeah, it was Jeff. Yeah.
But we were saying that's extreme. But I don't know. Like,
I mean, look.
What do you think? A 9 point deduction.
If Sterling listened to We Made It Podcast,
yeah,
he would, because he might be one of them downloads out in England. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely could. We got Manchester.
If he's listening to the show, he would know that ain't nobody been riding harder than us for Sterling. That's our dog right there.
Big facts.
He's been going hard. He should be finally an English player that leaves England. Leave England,
absolutely.
Please, and becomes a star outside of England, because it's a little bit too comfortable over there hanging out in England, playing in England. Okay. We believe he could star in Real Madrid.
Any big team,
absolutely.
Yeah. Barcelona, Real Madrid, any big team, yeah.
And that's all. That's a compliment, of course. Yeah. But look, man, I'm gonna keep a real dog.
Yeah.
9 points is mucho.
That's a
9 points is like look. I know the counter argument would be like, yeah, but so is these racist chants are being excessive too. I agree. But I'm just like, I'd rather just deduct the same amount of points that you could earn, just to like.
So you're saying deduct 3 points?
Yeah, just deduct the amount of points you could have earned.
Okay, so
because taking out 9, I'm like, damn, you're like gonna lose this and then some. Like, geez, like, what if in those previous 2 games you were well behaved? No, I'm just saying, like, no further. I just think like 9 is a lot,
Yeah.
but like because the I feel like going to that approach, you're just gonna induce reaction. You're just gonna fuel like a fire of like kicking back on it, and it just might turn into a snowball you would not be able to control. So I think if you just kind of go 3 at least you go like, hey, like during this game, which you probably could have won 3 points, you're not going to win any points because of the misconduct that the way the fans were behaving during the match towards players of different race, different religions, whatever backgrounds.
I honestly I agree with you 100%. And honestly, when I heard that, I was like 9 points. I was like, that's because dog, that's potentially 9 games.
Dog, that's
because you get 1 point for a draw.
Yeah,
so you're talking about like change. Like that's 9.
Some teams could literally be like negative 29.
So even with 3 points for me, like I don't think that's fair because you're also talking about potentially 3 games. So I think that when a team wins a game, like I don't think that because let's say. That's put in place. Like I just feel like it's not fair because players get injured and like things happen in games where so it's like let's say if it's the last game of the season and a player scores a goal and he like breaks the record for most goals in the season. Like do those goals still count? You know what I mean?
No, but
like,
the thing is that you're like the 9 point thing. You're saying like 9
even
games,
3 points.
The 9 games things make sense in a sense if you're breaking it down one point at a time.
Yeah, but that's potentially could be 9
But
games.
I think in just looking at it in terms of this happened in this match.
Yeah.
This went down here. The way they behaved, they don't deserve these 3 points they got.
But I think
could have gotten.
But I think that's messed up too, though.
But I'm saying if we were to go this way, I think 3 is the best because at least 3 it impact. If you were to go by getting rid of points, relax.
Me?
Yeah, you chill out with a reaction. It's not a reaction show.
Okay.
Not a recap show either. No, but if you're gonna do that scale of what you're gonna punish teams for points based upon their behavior, at least do 3 because at least that game's the maximum points you can get, and then you're not gonna get that anymore because you had acted. But I'm still gonna stay steady with what we said before. The transfer ban is the best way.
Yeah, for sure. The transfer ban is the best, but I even think that deducing points, I think it's not fair because. I think if a team plays and they win or draw, like they earned it. And like players get injured. So like I don't think it's fair for a player to potentially get injured in a game that didn't count. Or like the goals you scored, like do the goals like say if you scored a hat trick in a game where those points like the points got deduced, like do the goals still count? Like that just doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like maybe he hasn't really thought about it that much, but it just kind of sounds maybe he's kind of like, this is extreme, so let's like meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And, maybe a player wouldn't be thinking about a transfer ban because like they only equate transfer bans to like financial issues. But like for me, I just honestly like, and not because it's like our idea, but I think that's the best, like a transfer ban would be the best way to go about it because it affects the team in a way that it affects the team, but it doesn't necessarily affect affect the results. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
But I can appreciate him actually coming out and saying something concrete, whereas I haven't seen very many players do that.
No, and also another props. Let's give him more props because everybody always comes out in the media, and especially even former players, and they just talk about what happened, why it's wrong, why it's disgusting. I really appreciate that Raheem Sterling gave an action or a way to solve a problem solving. Like he gave an alternative, something we could do because you can only build on something if people are presenting ideas that we could talk about, discuss, and agree or not. If we just come out and keep saying something's bad, it's disgusting, we're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, we already know that.
I appreciate him doing that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't think he should. It sounds like to me he's a little solo out there. Hope more people's riding with him, and if other people aren't. Clearly, it's not big enough names. I don't want to hear somebody who's playing in the 4th division. I want to hear some big names out there. Yeah. I want talking about this if they really truly feel like it is an issue.
Yeah. There were some other things he said recently too. I just want to read. He's talking about racism in football and stuff like that, and he said, "It's difficult. I wanted to bring light to the I wanted to bring light on not just one situation, but on my past experiences, things I felt, and speaking to other players, something I felt I needed to say." He said, this is Raheem Sterling, he said, "We're trying, not just me, but to make a change that in 10 years' time younger players won't have to think about a match and dare to be abused because the fans at the stadium will know what the consequences will be. That's the goal for me and every other player I've spoken to, people at the club, and we're trying to get something in place so people have to think twice before they say something like that as far as racism. And he also went on to say that people always say about walking off the field. He said that's not one I personally agree with. Like, he's not really for the leaving the pitch thing. He said it's football, something you love. The abuse is vile, degrading, but you know what you are. You don't need someone to tell you what you are. Ooh. Maybe he has been listening to it. We Made It podcast, because that's what I was saying, our first argument. But he said the best way is to be hard-headed and do it in the right way and try to win the match and stick it to them. But he also went on to say that he doesn't think players should be punished if they leave the pitch either, which I can appreciate that.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not supporting it, but don't punish people that decide to do it, because we're not all the same.
Exactly, yeah, and that's where we came to a common ground.
Not everybody's built the same.
Not everybody's going to react the same to certain things.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, 9 points is a lot, but like you said, I think it's really good that he's trying to bring something concrete and not just be something's got to be done. It seems like he cares, and I haven't seen the other players coming out.
No, like I said, I think it's just really important to note that a lot of times people just see athletes as just these guys who just almost in a sense of in life one trick ponies. They just play soccer and they make money and then they're done. And whenever touched on controversial topics, they're not very detailed on it. They don't really come up with anything. Just say, I like that guy, or that's a bad thing.
They're probably afraid.
No, they're probably afraid. I mean, they have their sponsors. They have an image. They have things they can't talk about. They have sponsors, which is big time.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So for him to give something that he feels would be an appropriate action, I like that, because what does it do? It opens a discussion. Mm-hmm. I don't need to hear everybody agree that racism is bad. I don't need to hear that. That's not what the topic is. Not, do we think racism is bad? No. The issue is
what should be done?
What should we do about it? Goddammit, because it's every week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if it's every week in England.
Well, it's every week, at least in a topic. Discussion.
It's definitely every week in the top 5 leagues somewhere.
It's probably happened every week in games too.
Inside the games?
Yeah. Come on.
Who?
Now.
Who?
You know what's happening in the games.
In the games?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's whatever though. Oh, I thought you meant player to player.
Just the other way, the last viral video was they showed the game between Porto and Benfica, and Hulk had the ball. And Benfica fans, Hulk from back in its older video.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
Hulk, who now is in China, one of my favorite players.
Oh, so what, 15 years ago? Okay, go ahead.
6. Had the ball, and the Benfica fans were making monkey sounds, shouting really loud, and he shot a 30-yard goal and scored it, and then he did it back to them, like it's something that's been happening, and it's always happening.
It sounds like a made-up story. I never heard about this.
I'll show you the video.
Okay, show me later, because I don't know about this story. But then why are you still a Benfica fan then?
I'm not a Benfica fan.
Oh, who are you now?
I'm a Portimonense fan.
Oh, God.
You gonna tell me what I'm a fan of?
Yeah, but anyway.
I'm a Madeira fan.
Okay. Funchal.
Yeah, Funchal.
But yeah, I do think it's good that Raheem Sterling's coming out. And you don't see players really coming with concrete things. And, transfer ban is the best idea. That is the thing that, the team, because I think the onus is on the team. This is the fans in your stadium. The team is going to make sure nobody says anything. And if they start to hear it, let's say in the stadium, the chants or whatever starts to happen, the team is going to make sure the owner is going to be stop the match, get those people out of here, because we need to sell Mario Götze next season. You know what I'm saying? We need to get him out of here next season. So make sure they don't be saying nothing crazy in these stands. But yeah, that's Raheem Sterling on racism.
It was a great episode, y'all. We Made It podcast.
And I appreciate Raheem Sterling right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it a little bit more right now, because today, Wednesday, April 24th, you'll be hearing this April 25th, if not later, there was the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford. Caesar's favorite team, Manchester United, was facing Manchester City.
On NBCSports.com/streaming. That was great.
Was this an illegal site you're promoting on this?
No, it's NBCSports.com/streaming.
Okay, I just don't make sure you want to promoting illegal streams.
I'm not promoting it. I'm encouraging it.
Okay, because it's legal, right? Yes?
It's not legal to watch. It's not legal to stream, but it's legal to watch streams.
Look at this guy.
I definitely looked into. I want to see if I'm gonna do some time, because you boys wilding out back in the day.
Look at Julian Assange over here. All right, Mr. Snowden. Okay,
Wow,
so
Snowden too.
So I was really like excited for this game actually because it has a lot of implications. City's chasing the title, and Man U is chasing top four, which I would.
It was between Liverpool and Man City, right?
Right now in the EPL, yeah. But Manchester United is chasing top four, even though I do think they're going to finish sixth, and I've said that a long time ago. So anyway, Manchester United was starting Jesse Lingard and Rashford up top. Lukaku was on the bench. City was starting some dude named Zinchenko. Have you ever seen him play?
Is he like the
white
Russian
guy?
Kid? Yeah,
I don't know if he's Russian.
I've seen him before.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
he was starting
I think he's from Ukraine.
Okay, he was starting him at left back.
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's played everything. I remember he used to be like a midfielder.
He was kind of in the midfield a little bit too.
Knocked him down. Right?
Yeah. In the beginning of the game, like I put that Rashford should be able to get something off Vincent Kompany. Vincent Kompany was looking kind of slow back there. In the fourth minute, Vincent Kompany should have definitely gotten a red card on Rashford.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, who are you, Roy Williams? What are you doing, man?
That's a red card, bro.
Who are you, man?
That ref today was lazy, bro.
First of all, not only did he take 8 years to get to the play,
he got there, he was like. He was so lazy. I'm like, dog, like I feel like you just don't want to call some of these fouls just because you don't feel like it.
Yeah. He didn't want to turn up a little bit. I was like, Kompany had like 3 yellow cards this game.
Oh yeah,
like 3 of them.
Yeah. But ultimately, I think he had a good game. He did make some.
No, I think it's too. But I think primarily it's just what Kompany's stats is. He's older, so he can't. He's not keep up these dudes, so he has to just kind of get wild.
Yeah. I've also put. I want to see Jesse Lingard perform because was it Holly that said that's her favorite player?
Yes, it's always
because somebody said
Jesse Lingard. And then you looked up how old Jesse Lingard is.
I was so shocked he was 26. I was like, "What the hell? He's 26?" But yeah, she said that Jesse Lingard is her favorite player. I was kind of shocked. I was like, "What the hell?" Like I've never seen a stat for forever. And I think what's his name? Jeff said Marcus Rashford is his favorite player. I'm like, that makes a little more sense.
Rashy.
Yeah. 10th minute, Vince Kompany had a yellow. 12th minute, Kyle Walker passed the ball out of bounds. I was like, no, you need to do less squats, dude. Like he passed this ball kind of across the field, just shot out of bounds. Like you need to stop squatting so much, dog.
He
looks like a strong guy.
Yeah, hey, relax a little bit, man.
Yeah, just like run some miles, dog. Like you got to get some weight. You're doing too many squats and deadlifts, dog.
Power cleans.
15th minute, I put that Man U was playing decent, and I could see the game going 0-0. 19th minute, Ederson had a really good save. Ederson is a really good goalie. I want to say on the low, but I guess he's playing at City, so everybody knows he's good.
I think, it is. I guess not on the low, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what I like about him, he has good hands and good feet too.
He's very calm too.
Yeah.
He doesn't panic.
He seems very laid back.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like
panic.
It's not like over too much for him.
No, not at all.
He doesn't have like that. Like, oh my god, like he's 6'5" metric. He's just like. He's like 6'2",
which I think is better.
To me, that if he makes him like more agile,
more athletic, probably,
and I think that like he has to make up for that, like a lot of stuff that like tall people have. Like they have like a taller goalie. Sometimes they're like not as like mobile because like they think like they're so long they feel like they don't have to. He's able to get in those spots. You know what I mean?
think also too is gonna if you're really tall, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get low too.
Yeah, he's like a perfect height for a goalie.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah.
After that, I put that Zinchenko. I put that Zinchenko is real silky on the ball.
Yeah, he is.
He's kind of nice. Mid. He's kind of nice on the line.
He was a left back, right?
Yeah, left back, but he was like getting in the midfield, kind of crazy. It was some pep tactic. They said a stat in this game. They said Jesse Lingard hasn't scored since December. I was like, yo.
Jeez, hey, relax. So Holly might be getting mad at you.
I know. I'm like coming at the guy. I got more about him later. 25th minute, Pereira got a yellow. 27. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna do the yellows.
No, please don't.
I put after that City didn't look like that dynamic. In the first half, I want to say like they didn't really look like super dynamic. And the first half was super boring.
It was very boring first half. I think that like it was kind of weird. I don't know, but they weren't that dynamic, but I did see like 2 or 3 spurts.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for example, Aguero is just like obviously as usual, just looks so good in the ball, and it looks like to me like it's almost like a little bit like how Ajax is up top. Like they have like a bunch of these guys that are not. No one's like a true 9-ish. Like everybody's kind of just moving around a lot. And I think the big issue with that is when there's a lot of just kind of midfielders kind of doing the thing. And I'm not trying to say Aguero's a midfielder, but the way like out there, like in the field, the way they're playing up there, it's like. Either if someone's not open, there's no one to just gonna like trigger and shoot it. So it gets kind of like lulled and like
That's
they get confused in their own scheme almost.
That's always been my issue with City for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Like you need somebody to shoot that ball from outside the box, like a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. And then, but what I can appreciate, especially I mean, it's been shown by his goal scoring form. I've seen Raheem and
Raheem does,
Aguero like really kind of letting that ball go.
Yeah,
but you're saying like
just
a guy
more
can just grab it, and just let it go.
Yeah, like sometimes it's too much passing in the box.
It is.
Or close to the box. I'm like, dog, just let it rip.
Trying to make the perfect thing happen.
Yeah,
so just letting it go.
And you know what? Like I don't blame the players for that. And nobody's to blame for that necessarily. That's Pep's tactics, and he's kind of coaching them that way.
You kind of it's almost like you just can't have anything perfect, you know? Like everything's have a drawback.
And that's Pep is coaching them that way. And I remember in the World Cup, I felt like Raheem Sterling was playing that way with the other England players, and that's what they were kind of saying, like, oh, like something's wrong with his form, he's not scoring, whatever. But I'm like, he's playing how he plays with City, but those guys don't play like that.
Just like Gabriel's in Brazil. I think the same thing. I think the same thing too.
Okay.
I always felt it's weird for those players adjusting when they come back to the national teams.
From Pep,
yeah, that's
because
a
Pep's
long time, a lot of games,
and Pep's tactics are way different than most other tactics.
And like when the Gabriel Jesus that was like before he really got in Man City, like he was almost like a totally different player, and he was very north south, and like very going. And he scored a lot, and maybe the competition was a little different, but he was even scoring in big games too, like in big friendlies. As soon as we got to like a year full and more time with Man City, you can see his like style kind of change, but that's not really conducive to Brazil style, and I don't think it is either for England with Raheem either.
Yeah, most teams, like a national team, don't really play like that.
Yeah, no, especially when you have like a week and a half to prepare.
Yeah. Like, except for Chile, them two Copa Americas, they were playing like that.
They were ridiculous.
Caesar did say big friendlies right now. So in the second half, in the 50th
League of Nations, I'm sorry,
my bad.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
50th minute, Fernandinho went down hurt, and Sané came in for him. 54th minute, we had that goal from Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's been balling.
He's so good.
It was a nice goal. It was like right on top of Luke Shaw's face. I'm like, dog, like Luke Shaw was like right there, and like Bernardo Silva somehow got that goal in there.
That goal is literally like it's just an extension of his leg moving. Like it
basically,
wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm just gonna do it.
And honestly, De Gea definitely should have saved that. Oh.
I kind of agree with that, but the thing is, like when you watched it live, like you didn't really see a necessarily indication that was gonna be the shot he's gonna take. Because usually when someone cuts in, they kind of have that little build up. It's like he just cut in and just shot the ball. Like it was like not even like not even like a stutter step or anything. It just like he cut and shot it. And yeah, De Gea could have got it near side. I think he was flowing a little bit and chilling.
Isn't he supposed to be good?
You're right.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah. And I don't even know where I came from. I don't know. Maybe I'm sick.
56th minute, it was a great shot by Kun Aguero. Went off the post. 62nd minute, Bernardo Silva gave up a foul on Paul Pogba really close to the box, and I was honestly thinking Paul Pogba might score that. He definitely skied it. Paul Pogba was just looking like unmotivated. I don't think he wants to be there anymore.
He's probably already halfway out the door.
Basically, yeah. 66th minute.
Real Madrid.
Yeah. See, well, that's what Boba Vera said. 66th minute, Leroy Sané, great shot. Oh, man, it was a beautiful counterattack. Raheem Sterling was coming down on a counter after Fred, your Brazilian homie, gave the ball away, I want to say, for like the 100th time in the game. Yeah. I want to say that was like a 99, 100 time he gave the ball away.
Give or take, though.
He gives the ball away. Raheem Sterling comes down, finds Leroy Sané on the left. Leroy Sané boots that ball, and it literally goes off of De Gea's foot into the goal.
When I saw that, I was like, wow, of course you didn't get that.
Honestly, like, is De Gea supposed to be good anymore? I've seen him make the craziest mistakes.
Yeah, when I saw that ball go in, I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, honestly, I think the dude from Arsenal, Jared Leto, is better than him, or something like that. Something Leto.
Oh, Leto, the
dude from Arsenal, and who's definitely better than him? My boy Neto from Valencia. It really sucks. There's so many good Brazilian goalies right now. Dog.
Yeah, they can't get.
You got Alisson and Ederson, dog. That's
Alisson's
not fair.
a baller too.
And Ederson, like, damn, Neto is so good.
I really get mad when I see Ederson called up. I'm like, you're not even gonna start. It sucks because like. I want to see you play, but Alisson's going to get all the minutes. And it's like Alisson's a young, like, you got to wait till he, like, crashes and burns before you get his spot over him.
All of them, Ederson and Neto, are all, like, hoping the other guy gets hurt.
Neto's really good.
Honestly, I've never seen somebody...
He gets called up, too. They just be chilling, hanging out.
I've never seen somebody catch the ball more than Neto. I'm like, this dude be catching the ball all the time.
He don't say, he's like...
Yeah, he's like, boom. I'm like, dang, dog. Like, it's like FIFA when they be catching the ball. You're so mad about it. But, yeah. De Gea actually kicked the ball in the goal. 69th minute could have been.
He actually kicked the ball in the goal.
He did. 69th minute could have been a red card on David Silva. He definitely kicked Pereira in the
Heavy
chest.
duty.
I was like, ugh, but he didn't even. It was a foul.
He
but
did it for the culture.
Yeah, they were kind of beefing back and forth the whole game.
A little bit. Did you see that Ashley Young cross?
Oh, the one that went. Oh
Sweet
my
Jesus!
He had a couple of those.
I was like, "Hey man, are you tired?" I was like,
The Marvin Harrison of football. Ashley Young.
No one's ever said Ashley Young is the Marvin Harrison of football.
Absolutely. 72nd minute, Lukaku came on for Pereira.
Yeah.
From the 72nd minute to the 82nd minute, I put that Man U looked deflated.
They're not.
It was just so bad. 83rd minute, Martial and Alexis Sanchez came on for Lingard and Darmian. Jesse Lingard did nothing the whole game. He was literally anonymous the whole game. Whatever. I'm going to leave him alone.
Relax.
Like late in the game, City was keeping the ball for so long. It looked like Man U was down.
It was downright disrespectful.
It looked like Man U was down 2 men. I was like, did they get 2 red cards in this game? Because I'm like, they can't even get to the ball.
It's crazy
at
because
all.
Man U, when Man City has the ball, one man chases ball and nobody rotates. Man City's passing the ball around. They pass. After the pass is released, people are always watching the guy who gets it. What's important to watch is after the pass release, watch what the guy who passes it does. He moves too. Yeah. They're all moving so much.
There's 3
They
people.
were literally in the back line. The Zivchenko dude was passing it 3 times, like back and forth with the
that one time it was
I was like, oh my god!
I think it was actually Kun Aguero that came down there and it was like pass, or him or David Silva. It was like back and forth like 4 times.
Like, damn dog!
I would just keep doing it.
I was like, are they scrimmaging against the U19s?
It was crazy. I'm like, yo, like how embarrassing is that? But Man U has sucked for a few years now. Honestly, they've been really bad. They haven't played good football. The only time I've seen Man U play good football this season was the first game of the year against Leicester.
Oh, they were lit.
That was the first. That was the only time I've seen them play really good football.
And then I'm gonna give you right. Also, I remember the first game when they played against, was it Wolves?
I'm not sure.
With Zlatan, it looked really good that game too.
Well, no, I'm talking about this season.
Oh, I meant like last year.
Oh, last year. Okay, yeah, I can't remember last year.
Sparingly, like they looked great, and they looked all right during the Europa League too.
That was
the year they won.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
I'm joking.
Sorry, my feet are cold.
The fans started whistling Man U towards the end of the game. They did. Oh, Caesar's really tripping right now. The fans are whistling their own players. We'll see like what happens with that. I know these guys in the media are gonna be like, "Oh, Man U." I'm like, dog, just give it up. Man U sucks for the past like. Ever since I've been watching the sport, they've been bad. Like, so, they're so bad that Mourinho said it was a great accomplishment. They got second last year. That's how bad they are.
Talk about shooting for the stars.
And they've been bad when it counts in the league. That was dope. They beat PSG, but like,
yeah, it was.
But people want the Man U fans want to see them compete in the league.
England fans care about EPL.
Yeah, they want to see them compete in the league, and they're out of contention right now. So anyway, the game ended 2-0 to City. Right now, like all the teams basically are on 35 games. We got 3 games left in the season. So right now the points are City's on top of the league at 89, Liverpool second at 88.
Isn't that crazy? 88, 89 points.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Spurs is third at 70. Chelsea's fourth at 67. Arsenal lost to
70 is third place.
Yeah.
Second place is 88.
Yeah. Arsenal lost today 3-1 to Wolverhampton.
They did.
Shout
out my favorite team in England, Wolves.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Arsenal's fifth right now, 66, and Man U's sixth right now is 64. So I did predict Arsenal to finish third. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could though. They're only 4 points behind Spurs. Okay, so how do you think it's going to end up? Who do you think is going to win the league?
Man City.
You think City's going to win it too? Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, they played for 70 minutes today, and then they had 30 minutes of rest, 20 minutes of practice.
Facts. Dang, Liverpool. No, you know what? Can you look up who Liverpool's playing? Who Liverpool and City's are both playing? Okay. Okay, but wait. Actually, who do you think? Okay, so
they're playing. Sorry, go ahead.
Go.
They're playing Huddersfield.
Okay, that's a dub. Okay, Caesar's watches trying to join the podcast.
Newcastle,
and then who else? Click it.
Newcastle and Wolves.
That Wolves one might be tough. Caesar, can you turn your phone off? I mean, your watch. Okay, so Caesar, how do you think it's going to end up? So you say City, then Liverpool, then who?
Well, the writing's terrible. I'm gonna go. I think it's just gonna be. I think it'd be City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Arsenal, Spurs, Man U, Chelsea.
You think Chelsea's going to finish 6 over Man U?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
I think Chelsea's done for.
I
think it's a free fall.
Chelsea's playing Man U next game, I think.
Yeah, I think Man U's
so whoever wins that game, I think. But then what if it's a draw though?
I think it's a free fall from Man Chelsea.
But yeah,
I think they're going to follow 6. To be honest with you.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's going to be
some in the air.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and stick with City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Man U. I think Chelsea's going to end up in Europa.
You think Arsenal going to finish 6th?
No, I think Arsenal's going to finish 3rd.
Oh.
And then Spurs. And then Spurs.
Talk about love right there after losing 3-1. Damn.
Whenever every team loses.
Okay. I mean, I guess you can't contest that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Man City. And PSG that 1 year.
And Liverpool. They're thugging too. Okay, Caesar. So also bring up Raheem Sterling. We got to make this episode go fast because Caesar's struggling over here.
I'm good.
No, Caesar's struggling. It's
been a long day, dog.
I mean, it is. You know, it's a celebration.
It is. I show it. Look at this right now.
It wasn't that bad. Okay, Caesar. I read some stuff that's saying that tomorrow, Thursday, Virgil van Dijk is going to be announced as Player of the Year, PFA Player of the Year. But basically, they're saying it's between him and Raheem Sterling. Who do you think should get? I mean, those are the two in contention, basically. Who do you think should get Player of the Year between Virgil van Dijk and Raheem Sterling?
I am absolutely for Van Dijk because
look at Caesar.
No, I like Sterling a lot, but just looking at it in the aspect of what do each player have around them in those sides of the field? What the hell is around Liverpool's defensive line with Van Dijk? Some people. There's some people back there.
Dog.
Nah, there's some people. They got
Robertson.
They got Trent Arnold-Alexander the third, fifth, twice removed. And then they have the other guy who I never know his name, McRobin or something, McRobin or whatever.
You're annoying.
Man City has players like Kun Aguero, Bernardo, David Silva. There's a bunch of ballers up at the top.
Danilo.
But does I mean, it does make it more impressive that he stands out among those. But the same fact to me, I'm like, I think it's really more impressive that what Van Dijk has done, he's doing back there. I think, let's keep it real, attackers get a ton of love a lot on the regular, especially the wingers. To see like a center back kind of doing his thing, I think he really deserves that. Like,
you think so?
He's a baller, and I don't know how often in life he's going to get that credit for it. And if this is an opportunity, please give it to him.
Liverpool has the most clean sheets this season with 19, and I don't credit goalies for that. I credit the defenders for that. Me too. And I think it's annoying when they put the goalie as getting clean sheets. I'm like, dog, like.
Well, actually, I'm gonna give it. They do have stats for defenders having clean sheets too.
Well, but they put the goalie though. I mean, that's true, but they put the goalie. I'm like, dog, that's defenders.
Yeah, because when they do list defenders, they'll say like, oh, he's part of this many clean sheets.
You're talking about FIFA.
Okay, I'll punch you right now.
Okay, Raheem Sterling has 17 goals right now, 10 assists. Oh, actually, no, he got an assist today. So I think 11 assists. So
Jesus Christ.
17 goals, 11 assists.
In EPL.
In EPL, yeah. So we're talking about EPL Player of the Year.
Okay, man.
You can change.
I'm changing. I'm playing. No, I'm with it.
I will say this: I never seen when I watched Liverpool play Manchester United. I never seen a center back thug out a center forward like Virgil van Dijk thugged out Romelu Lukaku. Yeah. Like I never seen something like that where like Lukaku like Virgil van Dijk was like just all over him. Like Lukaku could like barely ever get the ball. He didn't win one header off of him. Like Virgil van Dijk was all over him all game. And you know it's funny because like I don't even think I was trying to notice that because usually like there's some things you're like looking for it and then you notice it. But like sometimes like a player or something, especially like a midfielder, like somebody will stand out. You're like, oh damn, who's that?
Yeah, no.
Like I don't think I was necessarily looking at that battle, but I could have been. And Virgil van Dijk like. Whereas people think Lukaku's like one of the better center forwards. He's a true center forward, and people think he's one of the better center forwards in EPL when he's performing.
When he's on his game,
yeah. And like Virgil van Dijk just made mincemeat out of this guy.
He didn't make it like it was his first year at Anderlecht.
Oh God! I mean, maybe he was better back then. But
that Everton year, he was a baller.
Yeah, whatever. But I do not. I would give it to Raheem Sterling over Virgil van Dijk because just like the argument over Modric winning Ballon d'Or, I think you got to give those. Okay, now I'm going to say something after.
But you're saying this now.
I'm saying,
you're saying this now, though.
I'm going to say this after. I'm going to say something after I say this too, though. I think you got to give the award to like who influences the game the most, and I think like if you have goals and assists, I think you influence the game more than a defender. That's my opinion.
Yeah, we've talked about it
because goals win the games.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
and the best thing a clean sheet can get you is a draw.
Exactly,
which is fair. But also,
go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
No, okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say too that I just don't think it's fair to give in a sport like this to give like a player of the year to one person. I don't think that's fair because everybody,
it's too big of a feeling game.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big, and every
it's not like 5v5,
and everybody has to interact. Like every person matters while the ball's in play. Like the movement of this is why it's like really hard when you're watching on TV to be like rating. Let's say like when I would do the tracker for Kondobia, it wasn't that difficult. He's a midfielder. He's always in the camera. But when it's a center forward, it's hard to say. Like, you don't know. You can't see his movement all the time. So, like, it's saying that to say, like, every single movement that the player's doing counts so much. I think you can only do, like, defender, midfielder, forward. Like, they all got to get the same. Like, the best forward of the season, the best midfielder, the best defender. And then the best goalie. Like, you got to have 4 awards. You can't give, like, the MVP award. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair in that sport.
It's not fair.
Because especially like when you have a sport, like for example, in basketball you can do it because
it's easy.
Because in basketball you are able to be an offensive player and a defensive player. You affect both sides of the court.
And it's small.
In soccer, although there's moments, but you're often restricted to your role, which is the center back or a striker.
And then I've seen Raheem Sterling make amazing defensive plays. Yeah. But that doesn't count for him.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't count for Willie. It doesn't count for Cavani. It doesn't count for any of these players that do that.
It doesn't count. So like, it's like I'm like it's not fair because somebody's got to lose this award.
Instead of just overall, it should be like PFA Offensive Player of the Year, whatever, PFA Defensive Player, something like that. At least you're already bridging a gap towards that.
But even with soccer, like when the center back makes a pass forward, that's offense.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think when we get to the points where we're talking about things that people are doing statistically, that's why you have best 11s, like that. Yeah. Because you're not going to have to give an award for every single person, even if a guy doesn't stuff stat sheets. So if you don't, you have the best 11. Oh, this guy's been great in the midfield or whatever. And he may not have the numbers for it, but he's been pivotal, exactly. So that's what I can appreciate about the best 11 stuff, even though they do a terrible job at it every year.
Sometimes they do. But I think that if you're going to give like a prestigious award, like you can't give it to one player. Yeah. Like you got to do...
And overall, it's tough to do.
It's tough. Because it's not fair.
I mean, let's keep it real. You're going to have to give it to a striker or a winger or scorer because, they are pretty much the reason probably why you're on top.
Yeah, and also, I don't think you can give this award before the season's over.
Yeah, and also, okay, you picked Raheem Sterling, but I'm saying, what if, Raheem Sterling doesn't do nothing the next 3 games, they fall out at first, and Van Dijk is a part of, all these clean sheets and they win 2-0, and then, let's say they win 2-0 every match, but then they give up 0 goals. Kind of he deserves it because he was part of the stretch.
What if he gives up a bunch of penalties in between that?
Then give it to damn Sterling.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I hate pre-determined stuff. I don't even like that NBA does NBA MVPs for early, but then they had to finally made a disclaimer that's based upon regular season performance.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's a disclaimer. They used to not say it.
No, they didn't.
I'm why are we announcing the second round that Steve Nash when he's not even going to make it to the finals?
Yeah. You're going to give it to somebody. The Sonics have the best record, but then they're going to go out in the first round to the Nuggets. But yeah, so I don't think they should do it before the end of the season.
Doesn't the NFL do it after?
I don't know.
I feel like they do it after.
I can't say. The Heisman is after.
Yeah, fair.
Right?
I mean,
no.
Yeah, it is after. It is after.
Okay.
Because they do the whole award ceremony and all that, right?
I can't really remember honestly.
No.
I don't know, but I just feel like you gotta do it at the end of the season.
Cardio tweet doesn't tell us.
Yeah, probably. And you gotta do it so it's fair. A defender, a midfielder, and a forward. Let's just do it like that instead of saying
or if you're gonna do PFA an award, I either just want it for offensive production, defensive. That's all I care.
I don't think that's
because what's midfield? Sense. What's midfield? Because you have a midfield sometimes it's the CDM, you have a midfield sometimes the cam. So are they on what side are they on?
No, but Caesar, how are you gonna make Caesar? every player's playing offense on the game. Like, when the defender passes the ball, he's playing offense. What do you mean? Okay, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about.
You know what you're talking about either.
Well, man, we could just fight it out, and whoever wins.
Nah, it's on camera, though.
Of course. Where else? I'm joking.
You stole me a 3-point contest.
Caesar, I'm just letting you know right now, when we do this 3-point contest, I'm going to make every shot.
And if you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
And to show you how about it and real I am, I'll go first.
Yeah, go first so everybody can see your line drive jump shot.
Caesar would never go first. He'll never go first.
See this line right here? That's the arc of Bam's jump shot.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Stop.
I'll wet it too so you can feel all uncomfortable. Like, whoa, I'm gonna make it. You're gonna be like, "This is world." So we're gonna be serious about this now.
Caesar, that's cute, but you got the brokest jumper ever. I never seen somebody clang off the front of the rim more than you.
That's not true.
Okay, whatever.
You're the king of that. Are you kidding me? Your ball is impossible to rebound. And shouldn't be in your face because it's such a bad shot.
I'm gonna make all 10 shots.
Okay, that's cool. Let's move on to the show. We already lost everybody from the blank country that's listening.
Anyway, some more dope news. First time ever, there's gonna be a female ref in Ligue 1.
Hey,
top flight of France. This Sunday, she will be the referee for Amiens versus Strasbourg.
Hey, Strasbourg from Germany.
Yeah,
my favorite German team. They can do it. Barcelona can do it.
They started with more than me. She's also going to be refereeing the Women's World Cup in France. At some point, we're going to do, like, towards the end of the season, before these tournaments start, we'll do some preview for the international tournaments this summer.
Let's get it.
Except for the Gold Cup.
That's a thing still?
Yeah, I think they're doing the Gold Cup this summer too, right?
Why?
They're doing Copa America, Women's World Cup.
There's 4 tournaments this time we're talking about on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
But
all going to be on paywalls.
Probably. I think BN has one of them. BN has AFCON.
Okay, who has Copa America this year? Is it Fox still?
I hope so. They better.
ESPN Plus?
But when I looked before, they didn't say who had it.
Oh, probably not negotiated yet.
Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, she's been. Her name is. Let me say her name. Jeez, Stephanie Frappard. I don't know if that's how you say it. It looks like Frappert, but it's probably Frappard or something like that. She's been coaching in Ligue 2 since 2014.
Coaching?
I'm sorry, refereeing in Ligue 2 since 2014.
Dominoes.
And yeah, she's been doing her thing, and she's going to be reffing in the top flight this Sunday.
Awesome, there we go. Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I remember Bundesliga. We talked about that
they had it
a
for
couple
a while.
years ago. Yeah, I remember we talked about that as well. So as at this point in the top tier of England, Spain, and Italy, there's never been a woman referee. Hopefully they'll catch up to that soon. Yeah. I feel bad for the one in Italy, but
yeah, for real.
Whatever, maybe it won't be that bad.
I'm down. She's probably 800 times better than that terrible American ref, Matt Geiger or whatever.
Oh yeah,
he finally retired. He's the worst ref I've seen in my life. Yeah,
he's young though.
Yeah, well, he was bad.
He was terrible. They had him ref in the World Cup.
I'm like, this
American.
I was like, that's funny, right? Like he retired. He's so bad. But you know what they didn't bring to the World Cup? They had like a Middle Eastern American ref. He didn't get called up to the World Cup.
Jair Marufo, whatever.
Yeah. I remember the only reason I liked him was he was like when a player kind of scored up on him, he'd be right there. Like,
well, he's buff, dude. Marufo.
I'm glad you know his name.
Yeah, Jair Marufo. Who's that Arab guy right there? He's probably Brazilian. Your president's name is Jair.
Mine?
Yes.
My president is Trump.
My president is black.
No more.
Who's blue? Yeah. Okay, Caesar. Dance with you. A short episode. Caesar, let's talk about Dame Lillard.
This one's going to be 30 minutes right now. Let's go. 30-minute segment. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm about to spit off about PDX. Go ahead.
Okay, let's talk about Dame Lillard's a game winner. I got some things to say about that game winner.
Okay, let's trace this back to 2003. 2003, damn. Portland had one of the dopest teams of all time.
Okay, Cliff Robinson. Who else?
Rasheed Wallace. They had Damian Stoudemire.
Damian Stoudemire. Was Stacey Augmon there at that time or no?
He might have been.
Okay.
Stacey Augmon used to rock that 3 in the jersey, right? Or the 9.
2.
I'm sorry.
Left hand, like Stacey Augmon.
Yeah, one of my favorite teams all time, and a very young and spry 17-year-old Jermaine O'Neal. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's all. And Sabonis. Sabonis was a baller. Remember Sabonis?
A little bit.
The center? He used to shoot threes. He was like 7'1". He was a baller.
Okay.
That's all I had to say about that. Damian Lillard, I think we talked about him a long time ago on the podcast.
Did we?
In the very beginning, we talked about because I don't know if we talked on podcast. Now he was the one that mentioned about the story of
Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
His brother was like
Oscar's
best friends with Oscar. And he had a crazy story coming out of Weber State, and make it to where he is now in NBA is really impressive.
What else you got to say?
Oh, you want?
I mean, you said you had bars about it.
I already dropped my bars. I'm done now.
Okay. Did you see the game-winning shot?
Did you see the clip?
Yeah,
did you actually watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Like that far-ass 3-point shot, and then the wave goodbye is the best. Like, I love that.
Thank you. Now, I'm glad that you said that, because when I saw him wilding out over the shot, I'm like, dog, like, you really doing all that for a first round series?
Well,
and
there was a reason for it.
I know that him and what's his name?
Because Westbrook be talking.
I know him and Russell Westbrook got their beef, but I'm like, dog, like, act like you've been there. It's a first round series, and y'all are already up 3-1. Like, what are you gonna lose this series? Like, duh, of course you're gonna win.
I think the wave goodbye wasn't necessarily because they beat.
They were celebrating too hard, dog. It's like, relax, yo.
Yeah, but Portland turns up. They got nothing else going on.
Yeah, but
there.
relax.
This is a
dog.
bunch of coffee and hipsters.
Like, what are you doing for the first round? Or are you doing it to at least get to the finals?
Also, Portland. Shout out the homie Stodium out there, Munib out here in Portland. What's up, Munib? What's up, y'all? That's the homie right there. Made our first logo for We Made It.
He did make the first logo.
Shout out Stodium. I agree, but I think it was more towards Russell Westbrook. Who? Let's talk about the next point. Let's talk about this next point.
There's no next point. Go ahead.
We don't follow no damn script. How good is Russell Westbrook
at what?
Basketball.
How good? He's a very good basketball player. Undeniably,
Agreed.
Very amazing basketball player. But how good is he?
Is he a winner? Is him breaking the record of triple doubles ever in history?
No, that's
I know, but I'm saying
for me, that's just whatever.
Stats, like, are those really translating wins wise?
Obviously not. No.
I mean, one year we had like 14. They didn't even make the playoffs, or we're like 8th seed or something.
How old is he? 32.
Whoa, I don't think he's 32, dog.
How old is he?
I don't think he's 32. He came out. I think he came in after Durant.
I don't know what he's doing.
32.
I don't know.
Damn, I hope he's 32. It'd be cool.
Caesar don't know how to find information on the internet. You
need to leave me alone and keep talking to the mic.
Did he get the streets
recipe?
He's 30. He's 30. Okay. So he's turning 31 this year.
Mm-hmm. Damn, he's 30.
Is he a certified loser or what?
Certified loser is a tough word, but I'm kind of down.
Caesar, Carmelo Anthony's a certified loser.
Whoa, no, he's not.
Why not?
I don't believe
he's retired, ain't he?
No, he's not.
Is Charles Barkley a certified loser?
Hell yeah.
Okay, then what's the difference with Carmelo Anthony? If you're a good player, I don't know. For me, it's like if you're
what's your definition of certified loser?
That you went your whole career and like you
didn't
get close. Like you didn't even get close. Charles Barkley got close.
He got to the finals.
Yeah, I remember watching that finals. Suns. I forgot who they were playing against. I can't remember, but I was watching that finals. But like, I don't think did Carmelo Anthony ever go to the finals? I don't think so. Never even got close.
He went to the Western Conference Finals.
That's cute. You got close and like you were playing on the teams
that, like Knicks, dude.
Okay, whatever. You were playing on teams where you're the best player.
Yeah, but he's playing
on
the Knicks. I don't
understand why you got a cape for Carmelo.
He was playing on the Knicks
and the Nuggets.
When Amari was mad injured, he had nothing on his team but nobody's.
How come nobody wanted to go there and play with him?
Huh? No one doesn't want to go to the Knicks at all.
Caesar,
who wants to go to the Knicks?
If LeBron was there, they'd come play with him.
Maybe. I mean, no one's come to the Lakers.
Not yet.
You're saying yet.
Yeah, but who could they had to pay for LeBron first.
Okay, now you're getting excuses. Why are you keeping for LeBron? I'm playing.
I'm just saying. For me,
I just like Carmelo as a player, so I don't like dogging him.
I'm feel biased. You, but like you might be like a certified like. He just might not be a good team player, which I always thought that Carmelo Anthony was a volume shooter. It seems like Russell Westbrook is just a volume shooter.
I mean, I've watched many Russell Westbrook games over the years, many of them, and it's like the one thing that doesn't go away is that he'll come up on a half court and shoot a damn free throw jump shot in front of everybody. And they were showing statistically that like I think like Paul George had a way higher 3-point percentage and field goal percentage than him. But the last 5 possessions or something like that, or last couple possessions was all Russell Westbrook shots. And like Russell Westbrook was shooting for like 3 for 15 or something from like the field. I'm like, that's just literally what happens when you have a man playing point guard that's not good at decision making.
And he might just not be a
You
good
can
team
be
player.
the most athletic guy. You can be elusive. You can have all the skills. But let's just keep it real. Like, you can have all the skill set, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the best one to be making these decisions when the game is going down.
And you might be the guy. You might need to be the guy that's like taking a step back to another player.
Yeah.
Like, you might need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I think in certain games, like Steph Curry will take a step back for KD.
Oh, yeah.
Take a step back for the
I
other.
think so.
The other
That's what
light-skinned
makes
guy.
him so good
Yeah.
because he's able to know. It's almost like awareness. He has an awareness
Yeah.
of knowing that, oh, look, Clay's Compton's going off for
Clay,
45 points. Oh, look, Kevin Durant's exploding. It's all
Let me
good.
take a step
Do it.
back. Yeah.
Because you know what happens? The focus is on them. What's they do? Open it up for me.
And the thing about basketball, what I think that's happened over the years, has become very much an individualized kind of sport.
Very.
And like the players are just kind of more like coddled up through the system, and it's just very individualized.
I mean,
so they're not looking at it. A lot of the good elite players are probably going to be looking at it less as a team sport, or it's just where it's just like me. And I feel like that with Kyle Kuzma actually.
Bars.
From watching him play.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like he wants to be the man. And it's like, dog, like you're on a team. It's not about like, oh, I'm the best or I'm getting all the shine. You can't take away them. The Warriors got 3 chips or 2?
Who?
The Warriors.
The Warriors got 2.
Yeah. Like
believe.
Those last forever. But your records are going to get broken.
I'm checking everything so Hardy doesn't scream at me on Twitter.
Yeah, about us talking basketball.
Christ. No, but I agree because let's keep it real. When it comes to like Russell Westbrook and how he plays, like he's a player that if I felt like he did take in the roles, I think the Thunder had a lot of success when it was basically Durant at the top, and then like and then Westbrook as number 2. But I feel like Westbrook doesn't see himself as that, and he sees number 2 as a negative instead of being like an asset, like important to the game. Because imagine if the game was hypothetically predicated around Paul George and everything going on, and then if you even bat an eye or even sleep a little bit on Westbrook, he punishes you because he's an extremely good player. He's dangerous.
The Thunder fell apart because those dudes did not want to play.
I'm sorry, they won 3. Hardy, don't scream at me. They won 18, 17, and 15. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jesus.
So yeah, the reason why the Thunder,
so many
those Thunder that Thunder team, if Durant and Harden all felt, if those two felt like they could win a championship there, they would have stayed.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they thought they could win a championship with Russell Westbrook.
And
so they
did.
left.
I don't
because if you think you can win a chip, you're gonna stay.
No, I never got mad at Durant for leaving the Thunder. I got mad at Durant for leaving the Thunder going to the Warriors. That was whack for me.
Yeah, that was kind of.
But it's whatever though. It happened years ago. We've moved on.
Yeah, it's whatever.
We already call him a snake. It's done for.
I mean, he's lame just because of his personality.
He's really weird now.
Yeah.
This came out of nowhere. And never mind. I'm not.
He's a weirdo.
He's very weird.
He's just scared
of what?
These NBA guys.
Never ever.
You'll see them coming. They're tall as hell.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they can square up. You seen the videos?
Knock your ass out.
Yeah. Have you watched? Do you like Joel Embiid?
I never really watched him play, but I know he's good. But I know he gets injured a lot, though.
He does.
I don't like injury-prone dudes.
I know, but I think it's cool to see like a big that's kind of out there prominent within the league right now.
Stay healthy.
What do you think is going to be the make out of this playoffs though?
I haven't watched anything, but like I don't watch first round, so okay. I just want to see the Rockets play. I want to see the Warriors. I guess the Bucks are good. It's going to be hard for me to watch them.
Yeah, because that's our team we made.
Yeah, we're the ones that got them.
We're
good.
the OGs of saying the Bucks can make it cracking.
No, that's not what we said. But you forget everything. But we did put it in the universe that they're going to end up being good. It's okay.
That's basically what I said in slang.
No. I would explain it, but you forget everything.
Yeah, but what's never mind. I'm not gonna holler via the podcast. Remember the Bucks owner?
No, I don't. Don't say nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched. I'm not like in tune like that. Yeah. But Russell Westbrook, is he a loser? Is he a certified loser? That could be the case because a player of his stature and ability, you want to see them getting at least to like some level of contention. And I think he just want to be a ball hog. We seen Kobe change his game. You can be a ball hog and just like going hard for yourself when you got good pieces around you, but like the good pieces aren't gonna come there if they don't feel like I'm gonna be playing with somebody that wants to
this was gonna say. I totally forgot. I think that you talked about how these players are based upon how they came up. It's an absolutely monster that we've created based upon the fabric of just coming up in the league. There's a lot of these high school players that have played in a different school every single year for 4 years.
Capitalism.
And then they play 1 year in college and they go straight to NBA.
Yeah, and they already think they're a superstar.
No, they think they're a superstar, and it's a culmination of all these issues. Like you've had all this going on. You have a player that's jumping from school to academy to development school to this, and then he has to go to a college, goes to college for a year and dips. Where's the sense of building a camaraderie and coming together, team, and where's adversity? Where's your 2 years of losing really bad and coming back and battling? You don't do any of that. You may have all the physical attributes. You may be teaching somebody all the skills, harnessing and focusing all their talents. But where's the adversity, the mental? You're not building your mind, and that's one of the biggest components. Because some of the best NBA players on that top 50 list weren't necessarily the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah, and some of them had teams that weren't that good. It wasn't like they were playing on some amazing team.
There was some players that you literally look in the game and be like, look, it's all good. Like, I know that, okay, I'll keep it real. I think Kawhi Leonard's one of those guys that's really good mentally because of how he came up to the system. He went to the same school, then he went to San Diego State for a few years, then left San Diego State, went to Spurs. The Spurs I think are very well relaxed, very well. He destroyed me in high school, and a very well coached team with a great coach.
For a couple weeks,
never. I'll go to Space Jam, bring back my old skills.
Old skills. What? Old lack of skills.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, so I think Kawhi Leonard's one of those guys you're just like, he's gonna just do his thing and it's
why do you go to the Raptors though? It's so weird.
I think it's a gap year. It's a gap year.
That's stupid. What if you break your
he did that viral laugh, so it's all good.
Sports media is weird.
It is. Shout out Barstool.
But who knows? I would love to see the Raptors win a chip, though. That'd be so dope.
That'd be really cool.
I'm so down.
I'm almost down for anybody close to the...
Bring the Grizzlies back to Vancouver, by the way.
Please.
They had a Big Country up there.
Big Country?
Yeah, you remember Big Country?
Yeah,
they had Big Country playing.
They had Big Country. They had Paul Gasol.
Didn't they have Greg Ostertag or something like that too?
I don't know if they had Greg Ostertag.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just throwing.
They had Mike Dickerson. He was a baller.
I never heard of him.
Shooting guard. He was really good.
You don't even know him, dog.
They probably had Earl Watson too. Everybody had Earl Watson.
Caesar, all I know is that when we do that 3-point contest, I'm gonna make every single shot, and you're gonna be funny about it, and we're gonna put it on YouTube, and you're gonna be deleting it.
All right, y'all. Well, that's enough.
Anyway,
of that. Shout out Bass FBG Free Band Gang. Check them out right here.
Follow
Scooter.
I'm just gonna tell the world of We Made It.
Please
right now.
do.
The only Instagram account in the world that I enjoy for real is Bass_FBG. That's the only one I want to see. And then it goes Bass, Casino, Scooter.
Where's Doughboy at?
Doughboy's like 5th.
Okay. What about Mark?
Mexico Mark, he don't really. Do he be putting stuff up there? Or no, I don't know. But yeah, so check out
Bass. Is the best right now.
This is the best thing on Instagram.
When he's going through relationship problems, is the best thing in the whole world to me.
Y'all hear that?
Tell her. Never mind. Well,
yeah. But yeah, episode 104, We Made a Podcast. Holler at We Made a Podcast on all social media. We made a podcast.com. Check out this video on YouTube. I really hope this episode recorded
one day.
Thank you for the prayers y'all said for C's. Holler.